guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Emma and I am currently 36 weeks today with a baby girl whose name is Sage, and she has a diagnosis of Trisomy 18. So I have been documenting my journey through this Trisomy 18 pregnancy, and it has been a minute since I have uploaded. There is a number of reasons why. As you can see, this sign is just propped here because we actually moved. I know a lot of stuff looks the same because all of our bedding's the same and everything, but we actually moved out of our apartment, and we are staying with our in-laws for a little while as we go through the next few months, and then we'll kind of see from there where we want to go and what we want to do. But yeah, so that is one of the big reasons. It has been a minute since I have filmed a video because we have just been in the process of packing and moving and unpacking, and we're still kind of in the process of that. It's been kind of a slow going thing. We've just been doing it over the course of a few weeks. And then the other big reason why I haven't filmed a video is just because I haven't wanted to. I haven't been in the mood to film or talk about things. I have been struggling a lot over the last few weeks, and just talking about things makes me very, very emotional, and so I just have not wanted to sit down and do that. So this video is not going to be glamorous. As you can see, my hair is just, oh my goodness, my hair is just tied up in a bun. I don't have any makeup on. I'm in my outfit still from taking my 36-week picture, which I don't know if you can see on camera, but this shirt actually has like some stains on it. Like, this is not a glamorous video, okay? So if you're looking for a glamorous mommy vlog or pregnancy update, whatever, this is not that video. But if you are interested in what it is like to be 36 weeks pregnant with a Trisomy 18 pregnancy, and you are interested in everything that has happened since my last video, which I think was a 30-week pregnancy update. It might have been 32. I kind of hope it's 32 because that would only be 4 weeks ago instead of 6 weeks ago, but I really can't remember. All that being said, I'm just going to jump on into the video. So I'm just going to try to get everything as concise as possible. Of course, I will have my week by week bump update pictures on the screen. I don't think I'll actually be doing week by week symptoms. I didn't in the last video just because symptoms aren't changing that rapidly anymore like they used to. So I'll actually just go ahead and put all of my bump pictures in here. I feel like just between 35 and 36 weeks, you can really see a big difference. If my last update was my 30-week update, then there's probably going to be quite a significant difference between 30 weeks and 36. But you guys can see them all now. So the last 6 weeks have been very, very tough. Since the last video, I thought that my next video after that would be talking about our birth plan and kind of what our plans were for afterbirth, and you know, packing for the hospital video, and you know, all sorts of still exciting things. But unfortunately, things have taken a very disappointing turn. So actually, it must have been my 32-week video, my last one. I should just look it up instead of keep talking about it, but whatever. The day before I filmed the last video, we had talked to a palliative neonatal doctor, or she's a neonatal doctor, but she specializes in situations like ours, in palliative care and stuff like that. And we made a plan with her to have an elective C-section, and following that, we would have an immediate transfer of our daughter to a children's hospital that has done surgeries on trisomy babies, because Sage does have some significant heart defects. So our plan was to have an elective C-section, have a NICU team present at the delivery, and they would immediately transfer her over to the children's hospital, where they would start prostaglandin and heart medications for her until they would be able to take her to surgery. And our goal with that was to intervene with her heart, that being the major life-threatening thing, and hopefully after surgery being able to get her stable enough to bring her home with us for some time. Unfortunately, so like I said, we had that appointment like the day before my last video, and so that was what my next video was going to be about. But unfortunately, before I got a chance to film the next video, we followed up with the cardiologist, and the cardiologist had, number one, there was more damage to her heart than we had seen before. So before, it was just coarctation of her aorta, ventricular septal defect, and narrowing of her aortic valve. On this echo, we were also able to see narrowing of her mitral valve, and she said she was also suspicious of an atrial septal defect, but she couldn't tell that one quite for sure, so she wasn't counting on that one. But she said even before that echo, she had talked with the other cardiologists there at the hospital, as well as the cardiothoracic surgeon. And like I said, this is a surgeon and a team that has treated and operated on trisomy 18 babies, a number of them, even a few that I've actually talked to personally in the past. And she said that based on these findings that they were not recommending surgery. She said that they did not feel her chance of surviving surgery was very good, and even if she did survive surgery, they did not feel optimistic about their chance to ever be able to get her off a ventilator. And they told us that even if this was not a trisomy 18 baby, they would be giving us the same recommendation. And so that news really blindsided us, really like hit us like a truck. We were not expecting that at all. Thank you, Jesus, that Hayden was actually able to come to that appointment with me, so he was able to hear that news for himself instead of me having to relay it to him. And he was able to ask questions. We could both ask questions, obviously. And when we left there, we just felt very deflated, and just like we just can't keep up. As soon as you start to feel like you have a little bit of hope, it just gets taken from you. So that was a few weeks ago now. Basically, for the last few weeks, we've just been having to come to terms with the fact that there's nothing we can do. There's no, gosh, I don't want to cry. There's no intervention. There's no, there's basically nothing that we can do to try and save her. Been a really hard few weeks, and I've just been struggling a lot, especially because, in the weeks leading up to that, I had met through that Facebook group a few other parents, and I just know that, trisomy 18 is not, it does not mean that you can't do anything. In and of itself, it is not a diagnosis that means you will never get to have time with your child. Even though, what they like to say is that they're not incompatible with life, they're just incompatible with time, which is true, But we just really thought that we would get a chance to have some time with her. And we're probably not. And because of how significant her damage to her heart is, you know, we don't know if she'll even survive birth. And if she does, we don't know if she'll only take one breath, or if she'll live for a few hours, or what that will look like. But it just feels like now, as we get closer to, we're actually planning to induce at 38 weeks. That is my plan with my doctor as of this current moment, which is October 1st, so that's only like 13 days away, 2 weeks from today, actually. So it just feels like as we get closer to that induction date, it just feels like doom. I know that sounds really weird, but that's what it feels like, you know, like it just feels like we're just creeping closer and closer to the worst day of our lives, but also the best day of our lives, which is really crazy because you finally get to meet your child. And it's the worst day of your life at the same time. So I don't know, it's just been very emotional. I've been having a really hard time like just maintaining my composure. It's like, you know, it's everything I can do to maintain my composure in public and at work, and you know, and then as soon as I get into my room or with my husband and I have that privacy to just kind of decompress, it just all comes out. And so I actually decided to take time off the week before as well. So today's Thursday, I'm 36 weeks today, so I work tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and those are my last 3 nights at work. After Saturday night, I am going to be off work through my labor, through my delivery, and probably for, probably not like a whole 12 weeks that I would if I was bringing her home with me, but I'll probably take, my plan as of now is to be off through the end of November, to take 8 weeks off. But I'll just kind of play that as my needs, you know, as I kind of see what I feel like I need, if I need more time or if I just need to get back into my regular routine. Obviously, I will be healing physically from giving birth still, so I obviously want to stay at home to make sure that I physically heal as well as emotionally. I am planning as of now to still pump and donate breast milk, so that is something that I do feel really good about. I have already looked up, like, you know, what that process is like, and I need to actually do like the application and all that kind of stuff, and get that done before I give birth in 2 weeks. But the hospital that I am delivering at is actually like a drop station where you can bring the milk that you are donating, so that's good. It's close by, and I think that that will just be very therapeutic to me, to feel like I'm able to give something good to other babies, or, you know, to help out moms that are maybe struggling with their supply. Not that I know my supply is going to be good, but anything's better than nothing. Anything that I can produce to help somebody out is going to be good. So I guess that's it. That's probably all I'm going to talk about in this video. That's kind of what the last weeks have been like for us. Yeah, so we have 2 weeks left, and I will say that even though I am struggling with a lot of grief and sadness right now, spiritually, I feel at peace. Spiritually, I feel at rest. Hayden and I take a lot of comfort in knowing that she will not be poked or prodded or intervened with or anything that could cause her pain or suffering. We feel a lot of comfort in knowing that she's going to be in the hands of her creator. And I think even right now, if you came to me and said, you know, we can do surgery and we feel good about it, I had a lot of kind of concern about whether doing all that, doing heart surgery, cutting her open, having her intubated, all of those kind of things, I felt very unsettled about that, but we ultimately decided that that would be the best thing because it would give us some time with her. So I think even if you told me right now, well, okay, actually we can try and do surgery, I think that would actually take some of my peace away. It would make me feel happier because I would get to hold her for longer and all that kind of stuff. But at a spiritual level, I feel peaceful knowing that she is not going to hurt. And she's not going to know a moment of her life where she's not surrounded by her parents, her grandparents, or her creator. Her whole existence is going to be, from her perspective, happy. So I take a lot of comfort in that, and it just gives me a lot of peace because I know that any intervention that we would have done or could have done or anything like that ultimately would have been for us. It ultimately would have been so that we could have time with her and know her and experience her. But this is what is best for her. It's what will make the quality of her existence the best that it could possibly be. And so for that, we are happy for her. We hurt for ourselves. We hurt because she's our child and we want to know her and experience her and raise her and everything, but for her, she won't be wanting for anything, you know. She's not going to be wishing that things were different for her. And so that gives us a lot of peace and comfort. So we're just kind of wrestling through that dichotomy of having this deep grief and sadness, but also this supernatural peace, and knowing that our grief and our sadness are only temporary. You know, this lifetime is just the blink of an eye compared to our existence over the course of eternity. So we know that our separation from her is not forever. But that doesn't take away from how bad it hurts to plan your child's funeral while they're still growing. It's just, you know, it's not something that I would wish on my worst enemy, but it's something that this is who she is. And we would not want to change her. She is who she is, you know, and she is not the way that she's designed for heaven. The way that her heart is and everything, it's not made for this world, you know, and as much as that hurts us, that is who she is, and we love her exactly as she is. And if that means that she has to be in heaven, then we'll see her when we get there. And that's just what we're going through. So that's just what we're going through and what the last few weeks have been like. So I think I'm going to cut this video off here. I really thought that I was going to get through this video without doing all of this, because the last couple of days I feel like I've been a little bit more stable emotionally, but evidently not. But I mean, I'm going through a hard thing, and I'm not gonna give myself a hard time for struggling, because it's hard. You know, and so I really wanted to film this pregnancy so that I wouldn't forget what things were like. And, you know, I've said in a couple videos, I don't know that I'll ever want to watch this stuff back, because I think I'll kind of want to forget. But it's just, if you're walking through this, I'm sure you can relate. And I just want you to know that if you're watching this video 3 years from now, or 5 years from now, I don't even know if YouTube will exist 5 years from now, but, or 6 months from now, or today, or anything, and this is what you're going through, I just want to give an accurate representation of exactly what it's like. You know, this is what it feels like to go through it. This is what my experience is. Your experience might be the same, might be way more optimistic. I don't know, but I just want you to know that you're not alone if you are also experiencing a trisomy 18 pregnancy. So that's it. I'm done with this video. Thank you guys for watching. You can subscribe to my channel if you want to continue seeing our journey. I know that this journey might not be that easy or that pleasant to watch, but I hope that it brings some sense of comfort to people who are also going through it, and I hope that it brings maybe some awareness to people that have never even heard of trisomy 18 before, and I hope that these videos just glorify God and bring you know, some realization to some people that even whenever our circumstances are just horrible on this earth, He is still good, and we can still have hope, and we can still have peace through them. And, you know, of course, in the future, you know, Sage will have siblings, and I will document my pregnancy with those other pregnancies and everything. So there's more to this journey than just sadness and tears, and I hope that I have accurately represented that I'm experiencing a big spectrum of emotions. So anyways, subscribe if you want to continue to watch this craziness, and that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next video.